I think this is true. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's true. Cause like it makes sense. Cause the situation that he's in jail for right now makes sense that he would do this.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all. Y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on the feds alleging that Lil Durk put $1 million hit on Quando.
Y'all hear that? That's crazy.
Rondo. Now, you don't have to crash to get cash. And if you've heard about people making money off their phone, or it's just Instagram, the feds reportedly claim Lil Durk put $1 million bounty on Quando Rondo's head. And it
Do your homework. $1 million on Quando Rondo head.
Would come with some paperwork stating the discovery also shows that defendant Banks used his trusted lieutenants, defendant Wilson and co-conspirator 5, to recruit hitmen to fly to Southern California on August 18th, 2022 to kill Quando Rondo.
Stop taking meeting notes and let ClickUp AI Note Taker do it for you. It allows you to focus on your meetings, not your notes.
I believe that too, because I remember that situation that he's in jail for right now. So like, it kind of makes sense.
Consistent with defendant Banks' promise to reward co-conspirators, defendant Wilson solicited hitmen by promising to pay a $1 million reward on behalf of defendant Banks in exchange for flying to LA to commit the murder. Something, I can't see what it says because I got Jalise, it says she reposted it. The government has also disclosed a list of defendant Banks and OTF's music videos in which defendant Wilson, Houston, and the rest is cut off, right? And we can jump into the comment section. Jalise is saying free Quando. Some other people are reacting. This person is saying they got this from a Vlad interview Lil Tim did. Now, before we get into that interview, this
I think this is true. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's true. Cause like it makes sense. Cause the situation that he's in jail for right now makes sense that he would do this.
Is the federal website Pacer, where you can look up Fed cases, right? And this is the actual motion filed by the government in which this paperwork is in. Now, what they're talking about in this, in response to a claim, the defendant's reply briefs that nowhere does the discovery set forth anything resembling a fix. It's just like a lot of legal shit, a lot of quoting cases, etc., etc. And then this is where we get into the details. Here, the detailed SSI, together with the government's substantial and organized discovery, the government has alleged, and its discovery clearly supports the straightforward theory that defendant Banks told co-conspirators he would reward anyone who helped kill his rival Quando Rondo. That defendant Banks and other OTF conspirators attempted to murder Quando in Los Angeles, and that even though the co-conspirators killed the other guy, not Quando, defendant Banks nonetheless rewarded co-conspirators by, among other things, featuring many of the direct participants in—
He did it. He did it. He did it. He did it. I'm telling y'all that he did it. I know he did it. Y'all know why? Because the past situation is so similar to this. There's no way he didn't do this. I'm telling you.
The murder, in music videos and rap lyrics in the months following the murder. For example, the government anticipates that a cooperating witness will testify that defendant Banks made clear to the witness and other OTF members that anyone who killed Quando would be made straight, otherwise known as handsomely rewarded. The discovery also shows the defendant Banks used his trusted lieutenants, and this is where it's going to break everything down, right? This is where we see the paperwork Remo posted. Consistent with defendant Banks' promise to reward co-conspirators, defendant Wilson solicited hitmen by promising to pay $1 million. Now, this is very important, right? Because how it's being projected is Durk was the one that offered the $1 million. And as everyone knows, Durk is the only one in this camp worth more than $1 million to be able to offer $1 million. But looking at this paperwork, The feds are alleging Banks was the one offering the hit. But the paperwork is stating defendant Wilson solicited the hitman by promising to pay $1 million on behalf of Durk. Now, Drew Finling, Durk's lawyer, Melly's lawyer, Young Boy's lawyer, I guarantee you is gonna pick this apart because it doesn't seem like they have anything saying Durk is the one who said this, Durk is the one who said that. It's a whole lot of nah, these dudes were saying it on behalf of Durk. And now the feds are like, look, we got a guy that's willing to testify that Durk said he was gonna do this, but other than that, it's almost all their word against his. And the whole reason they're willing to testify is because they're wrapped up in this case. They have no other way to get out because they can't afford a $1 million lawyer. So the only thing they can do is, well, Durk said this, Durk said that, Durk said this. But all the paperwork is saying other people said it. It's not saying Durk said it. They don't have video. They don't have text from Durk. They don't have none of that. It's all other people putting the pieces together. Now, this is interesting because this isn't talking about a $1 million bounty on Quando's head. This is talking about a $1 million bounty on Lil Tim's head after killing King Von.
Well, you were lucky to a certain degree because you're in Georgia and Georgia has a stand your